Alright, Gemini, I'm prepping the cards. I usually actually lay them on the table to see how I sell some shuffle, but look, you have the visitors observing you and trying to figure out what's in the cards. I don't know why she's always so interested in Gemini, because she's an Aquarius. Okay, I hope you're going to be left, to focus on your weekly. So there you go. Alright, Gemini, what I'm doing this week, Gemini 18 to 14, Valentine's week 8 to 14, 14. Okay, what I'm doing this week, Gemini, I'm doing something different. I am changing the format, and the format is no longer 3 weeks for a week, 3 cards for a weekly reading, and 5 cards for daily. That kind of didn't make sense. It was just overwhelming, too much kind of information kind of a thing. So now you're going to get 5 plus the base card reading for the week, and you're going to get 1 card daily. And you get off the table, please. Do you love Gemini? Do you love Geminis a lot? Okay, me too. But let's go now. And you're going to get your runes readings here as well. Kind of like just to put them together. So Gemini into 14, Gemini into 14, Gemini into 14. And there. But before I start the reading, I want to really thank you for helping me grow my channel. I don't know if you joined the very first week, but this is only 2.5 weeks old channel, and I'm so happy that I'm growing. And it is already like halfway to 500, and 500 is the goal where I want to be, and I want to be there soon, because in my little plan I said at 500 I'm going to start giving live lessons and live readings. So one of those YouTube live kind of sessions where you can just join in, and then I'll be more than glad, free, to answer your questions. So I really hope you can help me to help you back at that point. So all you need to do is please subscribe, please like, and please share. So and at the end of the video you're going to get a free Valentine reading contest, so enter that. And if you want a reading for yourself, please check in the description. There is my information, and you can book it on my website. So let's go. Let us see what is in the store for you, Gemini, this week, leading to Valentine's. So what do you have? Variety of things. The base card here is 7 of Sky. I honestly don't like seeing this card, because somebody is taking something away from us just because we were distracted for a moment. So this is something that maybe you are dealing with, and this could be maybe even connected to a third party that maybe was not so invited, or maybe just was your hunch about a third party, or somebody who has been playful and shouldn't be playful with your mate. For those of you in relationships, for those of you still looking, this kind of indicate that somebody might think the grass is greener somewhere else, or the birds are more important than what they have, and you might miss the opportunity because somebody else is going to grab the partner that maybe you felt was not all that. In the meantime, you're not going to get your goals. So it's sort of warning on 2 ends, and you know what I mean. Because I see here as well the theme of your basically week is Tower, lovely, but it's Tower reversed, because Tower is basically showing a structure that is crumbling apart, and all these cats are falling down. And cats are good ones. They're going to jump on their feet and get away from it. It's not going to be major disaster. And here basically signifies that you might avert a major disaster, but still are going to be some kind of things that's going to be some kind of stumbling off a structure, but not in a dramatic way. You maybe already know something that needs to be put to rest. Maybe you are just still hoping that things will work out, but at the same time you feel that you came to exhausted all these possibilities, everything that you wanted, and maybe it is just time to really say, look, we are going to either rebuild it from the scratch, and if you rebuild it from the scratch, then let's do it. So let me show you what I mean when I say tarot card, because many people see, they go either or, but you know what, do they really get it? Let's explain. Okay, I hope you're going to remember it, so each next time we see the tower, okay, we know what's going on. So let's move on. So this is basically the theme of the week, something that needs to be rebuilt, and you're like so well aware of that because this actually already shows in the other cards, because the opportunity would be consequences. So how can a consequence be an opportunity? As you can see, the kitty is like a little bit tangled up, but this basically tells me that at this stage you have to untangle it yourself, because you kind of like have also in things to embrace, kind of used to be a council of people, but you really don't have any person to embrace over here, right? Because everything is solitary. Where you have the other cats, that cats are not really either in a position or they're not your friends to be embraced, and even here they could be a little suspicious third party. So what basically are you doing here? It's going to give yourself a feeling of strength, a feeling that you're safe, because you might at this stage feel very unsafe. You feel tangled up in the issues. You feel kind of like maybe even a little bit betrayed. You feel that somebody took something away from you. You feel that maybe you were passed for promotion. You were passed for some kind of circumstances which you kind of deserve. But you know what? If you really look closely, this is not going to be that hard. You know how cats lie down and they do all this Houdini stuff? So this is what your opportunity is, to be Houdini. Because restriction, and this bad card, the devil, the demon cat, is restriction. You are supposed to avoid this tricky, dark basically corners, and avoid them like hell. Run. This is basically what it's saying. You really have the options this week. Which way will you choose? Are you choosing the path of destruction? Are you choosing to continue on the path that you're bringing in this week? Because last week you had try new things, if I remember, right? So, but here, you're still being tested by the universe. You're being tested to see if you can finish this homework yourself. So, please finish this homework. Whatever is happening your way, do not ask for the outside help. Look inside. All the answers are inside. And how do you think I know that? Look, you have another thing, 9 of C. 9 of C is like, coasting along, a really nice card where, things will happen. You're going to get the fruits of it, but it is if you choose it. So you have to choose to rebuild. This is a path of rebuilding. This is a path of not rebuilding. And this is where you don't know where it is. And even if you look at the rune that you got for the week, which is Laguz. Laguz is basically telling you that you enjoy the harmony, you enjoy affection and safety in the arms of the others. So even though it might look like that on the relationship front or home front there is like a disturbance and fiery atmosphere, you have 1, 2, 3 major arcana. So this is something really important happening. At the same time, this rune is saying, you need to embrace love. Embrace love. Your goal is to get here. This is in the cards, so get here. Just like coast along. You don't really have to do anything other than resolving things yourself, and it doesn't have to be a big struggle. Just take small steps at a time. So please remember what the tower can do. Don't let it take you down with it. Like when it falls, when it crumbles, this is a message that it hasn't been built properly in the first place, and this is a time to rebuild it. So Gemini, this was your reading for this week, Valentine's week. Hopefully you're going to have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And please enter the Valentine's contest, and please subscribe, share, and like. It really means a lot to me. And in the end, also check the dailies, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.